Hi everyone, Vladimir is here, and today we're actually going to try something new. We're going to make a let's play of the game Hollow Knight. And to help me with that, I'm inviting Helen, my girlfriend and also a designer of Coldwild Games studio, to help me out playing the game through. When we're not making games, we're playing games, so essentially I think it's a pretty cool opportunity to check the game out. Go ahead and start the game. Also say hi first.
Hi.
So basically she's going to play and I'm going to be an annoying commenter describing what's going on. Start a new game. We've played a bit and we've trained before, so we would not fall into the dirt with our faces, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll try.
I'll just be narrating the text. In wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you thought we changed, base instinct were redeemed, a world you gave to bug and beast, as they have never dreamed. Right. You just skipped the whole intro. Oh no, it's here. It's okay. We're going to be silent during intros. Playing. Well, as I said, Team Cherry gave us the key, but I've made the preview before, so I didn't feel much. It would make much sense if I made a review at once, but I thought it would be much more valuable if we played the game through and see how the game plays. So yeah, Helen is not very experienced in Metroidvanias, which this game is, but I'm sure we'll do our best. Don't worry about it. Basically what I like about the game is that the style, it's very gloomy and it immerses you completely as you start playing. There are great backgrounds, which are pretty unique, and the character itself is really well drawn and the animations feel very smooth. The controls are also very responsive, so the game has this going for it. I think the whole essence of Metroidvania genre is overcoming the obstacles. The enemies require skill to beat, and as you progress in the game, you uncover new abilities which help you to overcome the previous obstacles that you've never even met before. So, as we're going now. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you among us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats, of which others can only dream. So basically there's a special resource, which called soul, I guess. It helps you heal if you get damaged, if you press the key. It's not that simple because it is a channeled skill. So as you channel it, the enemy might attack you, and instead of gaining health, you're actually losing some health, and you're also losing souls. So you need to have the right time when to use that soul power. See, she killed an enemy, she gets more souls. Try focusing now. And yeah, the focusing process takes some time. Yeah, just go ahead, jump ahead.
What's that?
Try to hit it.
Oh. What?
I think it gave you shield. But another one escaped. So.
Okay.
So the game takes place in the world of bugs. You might think that the character is a rabbit, based on the screenshots. At least I thought that when I saw it for the first time, right?
Wow.
But yeah, in truth, it's not a rabbit, it's a bug. Look at those horns. Oh, careful with the jumping.
Rabbit has different ears.
Pretty much. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hollow Knight. So yeah, you descend into the kingdom, which... What are you trying to enter?
This.
Why, you're not entering it, you're inspecting the stone. So basically you're descending upon the kingdom, which is also somewhat a kingdom of bugs. And a lot of characters that you are going to encounter, well, are the variations of different bug types. And I think this is very well drawn. I've mentioned it before, but yeah, the game really has its own unique style, which immerses you deeply. I'm actually struggling right now because obviously there's so much beauty going on that maybe I should not be commenting. On the other hand, sitting here silently is kind of weird. So I'm just going to comment ahead. Oh there, traveler, I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they all disappeared, headed down that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out, it's the sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. So yeah, you descend into the gloomy kingdom underground. Oh, basically those benches are like checkpoints. When you stay at the bench, it saves your position, it saves your game, and if you get killed, you start over at the bench. And the city, as you traverse the dungeon below, it gets filled with new residents, so it's pretty cool. And now we're actually heading downstairs. So yeah, it's like an underground station. It gets this vibe, you know, of Victorian underground station, filled with bugs. You really don't know where you have to go as first when you drop down here. It's the world for you to explore. There's an interesting mechanic with the map. You don't have the map outright, but you can encounter a new NPC that opens the store with the maps. And you can visit the store in order to upgrade your maps. Of course, that means you're spending money on the map and not on some useful items. So it's all about prioritizing. For some of you who know the direction, who have the feeling of directions, it might not be that necessary, but I really found it helpful to upgrade the maps. So yeah, that's another NPC. And that's a huge black egg in the temple. So that's one of the mysteries that you uncover at the start of the game. There's this egg and you really don't know what's going on with it. Why is it here? But yeah, as I mentioned with Metroidvania game, you often don't have all the answers at once. You only get some of the answers as you progress with the game. And I also think it's important for the game to handle the answering process correctly, because if the plot is not done well, the players will have more questions than answers at the end of the game, and it's not always a good thing. So the first enemies are pretty straightforward to kill. Just don't budge and don't panic, stand in one place and try to hit them. This rhino enemy is a bit tougher, but I didn't see that much difference. What are you trying? I think they are just for fun. So yeah, I saw that some reviews that mentioned they don't like that there's no sense of direction at the start of the game. I really like that the game actually does not take you by the hand and try to lead you everywhere. You're off for yourself to explore and to solve puzzles. There's another character which sings a song which is pretty depressing about burying their dead. So basically, if you continue talking to him, it's all about the sad songs that he's singing. It's one of those NPCs that got lost and probably lost his memories, so he's mindlessly digging in those mines here. There's this card, which takes you upstairs. And it went down. And you're moving forward. And you see the ground has the feeling like it's about to fall, but it's not falling. So you can already suspect that there's going to be some ability later which will allow you to break the ground. Or some event will happen. But not yet. So you know you're in the wrong direction somewhat. This thing gives you souls, but right now your soul collection, soul stack is full, so it doesn't make much sense to fill it. How do you feel about the game so far?
I like its style. It's very emphatic.
Yeah, the game has a cool style. Oh yeah, it's a tough NPC, try fighting it. So basically it's a simple guard. It's not a boss, but it's pretty tough, and you need to time your attacks precisely if you want to beat him. It's all about rhyming. And you see, when you die, your soul escapes you. You get back to the bench that you were on, and your soul stack and as well as money are empty, and you cannot gather as much souls as before. So you have to go and reclaim your soul again. Which, well, if you went too far without finding new benches, is going to be quite a burden. And if you die again while going there, you're actually losing all of your money that you had on that character. So you have to be extra careful when going there. As you have probably guessed, the game is quite challenging as it takes skill and you know, each enemy has the approach how you can defeat him. It might seem pretty easy at first, like what's there, only hitting one type of attack and jumping, but in truth it's mostly about timing your attacks properly and knowing what to expect from the enemies. So say this is your soul that you need to reclaim first. It fights back, but it's not very strong. So yeah, you see, we reclaimed it, we got the old money back. Do you want to try killing it again? I don't think it was essential for the plot to go here, but...
we can go in the other
But
direction.
what's the fun in it? Cool.
I'll die again.
See when he tries to hit you, go back at once, and after he hits, go forward at once.
No. How?
Jump. Cool. Now restore your souls. Try approaching and hitting and then running.
It's too far.
Jump.
No, I'll not.
Okay, go back to your corpse. But basically, yeah, it just takes time to get the game right. The game won't lead you by the hand, but I think it designed well enough so that you can figure the ways to defeat the enemies if you die like 10 times in some cases. So there's that. If somebody played Ori in the Blind Forest and remember the level with the rain and with the flooding, that's pretty much the experience here. I mean, not all the time, but often. You might get frustrated, but if you complete the game, you just feel very rewarding. Do you want me to try to kill him?
No.
No?
I will go another way.
You've been here, right? Why not?
I haven't been here.
So yeah, smaller enemies, because you encounter them often, there's not much trouble fighting them normally. But with the bigger ones, since they're pretty rare, it can get troublesome.
No.
I think the main point in Metroidvanias is like, don't rush and keep calm. Don't panic if you've read the book. See, if you try to run back while he's jumping, he just jumps while you. And yeah, kind of staying in one place might be a good idea in this case. Yeah, and as you realize, those small guys can't harm you if you just constantly hit them. Then it's pretty easy.
Oh. It was a worm.
It's caterpillar, I think. What's the difference between caterpillar and worm?
Well, I think there is a huge difference. Worm doesn't become a butterfly.
Right, so caterpillar becomes a butterfly eventually. You can also crush things.
What's that?
I think it's just the dead bug.
Why he's dead?
So basically you can just crush things, destructibles. They don't do much, but they're there for environment, and it also adds some immersion into the game, which I find pretty fascinating, honestly. If you hold the direction button when hitting, your attacks are directed, for example, to the top or to the right or to the left, which probably is no surprise, but it still is a good approach. Oh, I haven't seen this one. Travelers of Hollow Knight descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at the kingdom's heart. There, all wishes shall be granted, all truth revealed. So I kind of like this mystical approach to the game development.
What's that?
Careful. I don't think you can kill him.
No.
So I like this approach because it just kind of gives you the aim. It's very vague. And you can relate to the character because who would not want his wishes be granted and who would not want his to find happiness. That's the main idea, I think. And this search for the granted wishes gives you this smell of desperation, if I can use this word, because, well, it's a desperate search. It's like your hero puts everything on the line to achieve what he's looking for.
Oh.
What's up? Oh, see, this is the NPC that actually gives you the map. Yeah, no, it's okay, just skip the dialogue for this.
He's a cartographer.
I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? So yeah, nothing is free, you just have to pay him for the map of the area, but at first it's pretty lousy. Try holding left. So yeah, at first it's pretty lousy, you're going to see what it is, and without putting extra money, it just doesn't give you that much use. See, it's a simple map. You can figure out where you are now, but later on, as you traverse the rooms, you often will not have a good understanding where you are unless you upgrade the map and equip special trinkets. And as you fall down on the spikes, you just move back. So you don't instantly die.
No!
Oh, you're terrible at this.
Thank you.
Try healing yourself first.
Oh.
But it was pretty good. You managed to pass it.
Terrible. No. No.
Don't panic.
Oh. No.
And now you move back. Oh no, you're not actually moved back. I think there are some checkpoints set on the level where you respawn if you fall down. And there's this enemy that spawns another enemies you're going to see now. Well, if you die here, it's gonna be bad for you.
No!
So basically, yeah, you have to rescue caterpillars. Yep, you died. You have to rescue caterpillars, and then there's the home for the caterpillars too. And after you rescue the caterpillars, they appear there, which is also a pretty neat, like, mini objective to keep track of as you are playing the game.
I will never find this place.
Well, you know where you've been, so...
No.
Yep.
And where?
Well, try to backtrack what you've been doing. Where did you end up?
Here.
So, how can you get there now? Go ahead, check it. Do you remember this hole?
Yeah.
So now you know where you need to go.
No!
You did pretty well.
Thank you.
There's a lot of jumping involved, but the controls between the jumps are pretty responsive. At least I felt when I was playing it. So, if you die, it pretty much always is your mistake and not the game's mistake. Do you still want to go for the caterpillar?
I don't know.
YOLO, come on.
No.
You don't have to kill the... You don't have to kill the mosquito guy. You just have to jump carefully. Yep, like that. Don't hurry. And see, we've rescued the caterpillar. Now you just need to go back. It's okay.
Not really.
Restore your health. And then run. Run right. Restore your health again. Try. No. Oops. Hey, we've rescued the caterpillar. Worth it. Now you just need to go back and get your corpse, and I think we call it a day after that.
Oops.
So yeah, for some people, no sense of direction might be like a bad thing, but for me, personally, I'm enjoying it. It's like the whole world for you to see, and nothing limits you. Well, except for your limited abilities, but technically there are a lot of ways that you can go, and
Why?
and you have to be just...
No.
Nope, you can't hit the wall.
But it's in the end.
Yeah.
I'll die.
Well, Abel is the one who thinks he's able. Let's just go get him, Tiger.
Really?
It's okay. And now you have your gold, and you can move back. See? It's like saving Private Ryan.
But I have only one life.
It's like saving Private Ryan, Helen. Private Ryan also had one life only. Now you just need to cross that reach. Just reach the shore. Alright. Now you just need to get to the bench, I think,
Why?
to save the game.
Save me. Oh no.
Ah, try jumping up. What happens there?
I think I'm just going upwards.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. See, you're back here. You just need to find the bench.
You think find bench here downstairs?
Don't worry, you can go upstairs, that's fine. You're almost there. You're almost... Yeah, the game is not really forgiving, but I think you have the means to complete it. I think you just need to be careful. But yeah, after you get some souls going on, you can heal. And no, you cannot go this way. Go to the right and see. Yeah, now we're just struggling to find the way back upstairs, which is perfectly fine too. Oh yeah, here it is.
What?
Just go back to the bench.
Oh, I have on the other side of this hole.
Louder. So yeah, I think this concludes the first chapter of our glorious Let's Play series. Really, thank you for watching. Like and comment below if you like something changed. And subscribe. The game is really great, and we're hopefully looking forward to doing the second episode. It's been really fun, and thank you for watching.
Bye.
Vladimir and Helen is out. Cheers.